Greetings, Varlet. I'm Interrogator Rosario, and welcome to another one of my rants. The question surrounding today's topic is considered around certain circles of the Imperium to be quite spicy. Some would even say heretical. So, Robute Guilliman, Primarch of the 13th Legion, Lord Commander of the Imperium, and Yvraine, Herald of Yanid, Leader of the Yanari. Do you ship them? Now, I know that I and hundreds of other Warhammer 40k fans actually do. But the question is why? Why do so many people find the prospect of this non-canonical ship so enticing? Well, to answer that, we need to go back to the ancient days of 2017 and the publication of Gathering Storm, Rise of the Primarch. Here's where we're introduced to Yvraine, a new Eldar character with an amazing design. After the events of the 13th Black Crusade, we're told that she and the Yanari, which are a literal band of death worshippers, team up with the Imperium to resurrect Guilliman, who has been in a sort of coma since the events of the Horus Heresy. Guilliman is awakened, and once more with his father's fiery sword in hand, begins a bright new chapter for the Imperium of Man, all thanks to this new player amongst the Eldar. Now, we have two new leaders in Warhammer 40k with two brand new models who seem to have formed an alliance. Though it's really only temporary, this union excited many fans of Warhammer. The Eldar and the Imperium working together, and the fact that Guilliman-Yvraine are actually members of the opposite sex and two very attractive people got people's imagination to run wild. But again, why did this idea take root, and why does it continue to persist all these years later, even though GW did everything they could to quash this quote-unquote heretical union? Well, I believe that there's actually three reasons. Number one is actually pretty simple. Yvraine is hot. And since the halcyon days of John Carter of Mars, men have dreamt of encountering beautiful women from beyond the stars and wooing them. And I mean, just look at her. She's got such an impressive design. But with that corset, the top knot, the fan, and the flowy skirt, many fans of Warhammer fell in love with her immediately. GW was definitely cooking when they created her. And it's a real shame, too, because GW hasn't expanded on her story since 2019 with the advent of Psychic Awakening, Phoenix Rising. That's actually 6 years since the time of this recording. Now, number two is inherent to mankind's fascination with stories, and that is characters. More specifically, the potential these characters bring to a narrative. I mean, why do people ship in the first place? I mean, no one ships random people. Oh yes, blonde man and brunette woman fall in love. So romantic. No, that's not how it works. People ship characters they're invested in, that they've formed a parasocial relationships with, characters they know, or at least think they know. They think of two characters within an existing narrative and see the potential in the drama that would unfold with the union of these two characters. And that leads me to reason number three. Warhammer 40k is a rather sexless affair. Most stories are about battles and the drama that unfold in these type of settings. However, Warhammer 40k isn't a story revolving around one particular conflict. It encompasses the entirety of humanity within a grim, dark setting. And the human experience can run the gamut of emotions and the story potential within this bleak setting. Yes, there are plenty of stories of courage, heroism, mystery, and horror amongst the Black Library, but there are almost no stories that encompass one of humanity's greatest emotions: love. All humans experience love, the desire for love, the joy of love, the loss of love. People who ship Yvraine and Guilliman crave romance in Warhammer 40k. GW has not seemed to realize the potential of the question Otacon asks Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid.
Do you think love can bloom, even on a battlefield?
Yeah.
And in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is so much narrative potential for love. I mean, what is one, if not the most popular love story of all time, Romeo and Juliet. And the story is not only considered to be romantic, but also incredibly tragic. Incredibly grim, dark. And is it just me? Or does the idea of star-crossed lovers from two warring factions seem to slot in very nicely to the setting of Warhammer 40k? I mean, the story practically writes itself. So, I made this rant not just to answer the question of why people ship Yvraine and Guilliman, but also to propose the idea of more stories involving love, with all of its dramatic potential. Anyway, what do you Varlets think? Do you ship Yvraine and Guilliman? Would you like to see if love can bloom in the grim dark future? Or do you feel that stories of love and romance do not belong in Warhammer 40k? And if so, why?
Why?
Please leave your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more rants. I have been Interrogator Rosario at the Saint Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and I'm signing out from the grim dark future. Bye-bye, Varlets, and remember that one can verge from the standard form, but one must always retain their humanity, or be lost to the men of iron and their ways. If you like what you heard, then please feel free to drop it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram at Rosario Art, or you can watch my live streams over on Twitch, which is also at Rosario Art.